back with another video, and yes, I am 3 weeks late. I know this, and yes, I'm also aware that this is exactly what I said I wasn't gonna do, but guess what? I did it. I have a good excuse for why I've been gone so late. First week I was just busy, and I know it's not a good excuse, but it's the best I've got. Second week I actually got dengue, which is a better excuse. And then the third week my dad got mad at me, and then he told me he wasn't making me use his camera anymore. But it's the fourth week and my dad has swallowed his pride and given me his camera, so I'm back. Because of the wait, I decided to bless you with another story time. Let me clear this up because I feel like I've given everybody the wrong impression of me. I'm not always going to be telling stories on this channel. There are only so many stories I can tell. Every other video is going to be a story time, and if you only... I was saying, if you're only here to hear my business, then you're gonna have to come back every other video, because most times I'm not gonna be telling stories, and I'm sorry if that disappoints anybody, but I don't care. I'm gonna tell you guys about another guy who messed me up. He didn't mess me up like I wasn't in love with him, so he couldn't mess me up. It's the fact that I didn't know what he did to me. Like, as we get into the video, you'll understand what I mean. So once upon a time, I met this guy, and we're gonna call him Big Shot, okay? Because Big Shot thought that he was all that. I met Big Shot, and for confidentiality, I'm not going to say when I met Big Shot. I'm not going to say how I met Big Shot, but it was at school. He was nice enough at the time. He was like a subtle flirt. Like, he didn't talk much, but like he'd play in my ears, or like he'd play footsie with me under the tables, or like putting your shoes in my shoes and just kicking me a little bit. Not a rough kick, like that sounded weird. Okay, the point is, he was a subtle flirt. He didn't say much, and it's the fact that he didn't say much that's what made it so like exciting, I guess, because I didn't know what was going on between us, but I know that he would be kind of flirty with me, and I liked it. So I was excited to see him at school, and I was excited to show him to my friends, until I showed him to my friends. And I'm not even going to repeat what my friends said about him, because no, he was not my zombie. I mean, he wasn't all that cute, and he had like a weird walk. Like, he used to kind of walk like on a side, like it was a weird walk, and he had an accent. Like, he was from South. He had a bookie accent, and it was a little bit funny, but I liked him. And my friends didn't really support it because they didn't see what I saw in him, but I saw something in him, okay? And I hope that eliminates the rumors that Denise always goes for the rich North fellas, because that's not true. I go for everybody, and I don't even go for rich guys. I always end up with the broke fellas. I'm not the kind of person to clear rumors, but hopefully this clears it up. But anyways, I gave the ugly nigga a chance, and this is how it went. So we started talking on WhatsApp, and I think that was actually my first red flag for him. It was the times that he would talk to me. First public service announcement for this video. Like, if a guy or girl decides they're only gonna talk to you after 8, after 9 in the night, that's a problem. Okay, you have school in the day, and you might have like practice or like homework or whatever you have going on with yourself, prior arrangements. You might have that going on. So okay, sometimes you're going to answer somebody late, sometimes you're going to talk to somebody late, but not every night like that. That sounds like a sad excuse. Like, if you're talking to somebody, if they really want to talk to you, even if they're not always around to show it, you would know it. That's my first public service announcement for this video, because this guy only messaged me at ungodly hours, and sometimes I'd be sleeping. It was inconvenient. Let's get into the real chase of this video. Remember, he used to like play in my ears at school and like pull my hair a little bit and play footsie with me under the table. When I started talking to him on WhatsApp, all of that stopped. This guy used to avoid me at school. Like, I would enter the kiosk and he would leave. And it's not like even to say he's afraid that I'm going to talk to him. I would be with my friends. And sometimes he wouldn't even see when I'm coming. Like, he would be like faced this way, and I'd be coming like from behind him. As soon as I enter the kiosk, he would just get up and go. He was psychic or something, but this guy was avoiding me at school, and I didn't know what to make of it. I did think he was shy at the time. Let me rephrase that, because at the time, I thought he was shy. Like, I even spoke to his friends about it, because like I was doing some real investigative work on this one, because I really wasn't sure about him. His friends were like, oh, he's so shy around you. So I was like, okay, this guy is shy. Plus, I thought the possibility of this boy papi showing me was so small. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys at the start of this video that I'm back with another top that I made, and if this top malfunctions, it's going to be a disaster. So as I was saying, online, him and I, we talked fine. Like, I mean, yeah, he would message me late at night like a creep, but we spoke fine online. He even told me he liked to see me. At first he said he liked to see me, okay? And which is understandable, because I mean, you don't know me like that. But then he told me he liked me, and then he told me that whatever was going on between us, you know, he wanted to work. So I was like, okay, he likes me, he's just shy. He's just shy. I speak with my hands so much. Despite his concerning behavior, I still liked him. I saw him in town one afternoon. I was going to run errands with my mother in town, and I saw him and I was like, whoa. And I decided to go to Oasis. That's like this little square in town. They take like a long time to prepare their food. So I was like, okay, let me call this guy. So I call him and I'm like, where are you? And this boy tells me, I'm almost home. You're almost home? I just saw you. And mind you all, this boy lives 1 hour away from town. If you're taking a bus, he lives like an hour and a half. And I was like, what? This guy is lying to me. Like, I'm one person that you just don't have to lie to. Like, there's no reason to lie to me. I'm just chill like that. So when he told me, you know, he's like almost home, I was like, nah, you're lying. And he was like, I'm serious. And I'm like, didn't I just see you like 5 minutes ago? And he was like,
well, I just got into my father's vehicle and I'm on my way home, so that's what I meant.
There is this little nigga in the background, right? This little nigga is like,
stop lying!
yo, who's that? And he's like, oh, that's my brother, I have to go now. And he just hangs up the phone. And I was inside of Oasis feeling so sad. And I was just, you know, thinking about all the life situations that have brought me to this point where I'm taking papi show from a boy who is younger than me, from a boy who isn't even that cute, from a guy who doesn't even treat me that well. In that moment, I did not even remember why I liked him. I just know I liked him. My friends used to give me jokes, saying, oh, you know, he's from South, he probably put a quail on you or something like that. And looking back, it's a possibility that he did. Because there was nothing to like about him. I did have conversations with him. I did used to talk to him and tell him, I feel like I like you, but you just don't like me back. So I don't know why you're talking to me. It's the way that he answered the question. I think that's why I stayed. He would answer my question with a question. So he wouldn't say, I don't like you. Or he wouldn't say, no, I do like you. He would say,
who says I don't like you?
That is a big red flag. Don't talk to nobody that'll answer your question with a question, because that is a master bullshitter. That is a master manipulator. Anyways, we got past that. I don't want to say we grew past it. I think I just, you know, I accepted the shit, okay? I accepted the bullshit and we just kept on talking. The problem at hand was still there. You know, we were not talking at school like that. So I told him it doesn't make sense for us to only talk online and at school pretend like we don't know each other. I'm 18. I was 18 at the time. I'm too old for this. So I said, let's hang out. And he was like, okay. Fast forward to Friday. It was 3 p.m. Friday afternoon and I was ready to hang out with my crush. The thing about me is I'm normally shy around guys I like. But if you're shy, I'm not shy. So I was ready because I already thought this guy was shy. So I was ready already and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to this guy for the first time at school. When I got to where he was talking to some other girl. So I was like, okay, you know, I'll give them time. I think it was about 10 minutes later, he was done. So I started walking to this boy. I started walking up to him and I'm feeling good. I look good. I smell good. Y'all, everything was nice. I'm walking up to this nigga. I'm already in my zone. This guy gets up and he starts walking towards me. He walks up to me and then he walks straight past me. The boy passed me straight. He didn't give a shit. And I was like, he didn't just do that. I asked him, where you going? Because you just dismissed me. This guy tells me,
I'm going home.
Going home, why? And he was like,
well, I have nothing left to do here.
yo! Like anybody who went to South City, just try and picture the scene. Okay? He's walking down the hill between OTW and the big tree. So like the hill by bed. Right now, I look good, I smell good, and I'm all set up. The last thing I'm going to do today is fall and roll down the hill. So I stood at the top of the hill and I was like, yo, like I can't come down the hill, like just stop. He was like, oh, well just go home and go and fill my water bottle so I can go home. And he has this attitude. I'm like, yo. Like, why would you do that to me? Y'all, I wanted to cry. I can't even say it in the comment section, like just comment what y'all think was going on. Because I feel like everybody is just as lost as I am. This is what he did to me. And let's just say that day, we didn't hang out. I went home. But I still like this boy. Anyways, a couple days passed of him and me just not making sense of ourselves. And I told him, we need to talk. As you would know, he is not the talker. So I told him, we need to talk. And we need to talk on a phone call. I told him, I'm going to call you. This nigga already has an excuse. He's like, oh, I'm studying. I'm doing homework with my mom and she's right there. I think it was about 9:30 at the time. I told him, okay, fine. I'll call you at 10. And he's like, that's if I'm awake. And I'm like, why wouldn't you be awake? And he's like, well, I'll be tired by then. I was like, yo, what's staying up an extra 20 minutes? He was like, I cannot call you tonight because I will be tired at 10 o'clock. That's like the same as me saying, I can't hang out with you next week because I'm going to be sick. But it was obvious to me that he just didn't want to talk to me. So I said, okay, fine. And I said a lot to him that night. And I don't think he cared. But I stopped talking to him because I realized that, what was going on between him and myself, it didn't make sense, and it was just me making a fool of myself, which brings me to my second lesson in this series: respect. Demand respect. And if you accept maltreatment from other people, don't expect them to respect you, okay? Respect is given where it is earned. If you're allowing other people to just treat you like nothing, you haven't earned respect. Respect yourself. You need to be able to respect yourself enough to know that you should leave a situation. Don't just stay there and take shit from people. There's no self-respect there. I learned that I needed to respect myself, and the fact that I was just giving this nigga an inch, just inch after inch after inch. Next thing I know, this nigga's walking straight past me with a mile. Up to a day like today, I'm not exactly sure what he was playing at because he gained absolutely nothing from this. We barely even spoke in person. Fathers did anything. Like, comment down below if you really enjoyed this video, and if you made it this far, I really you. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't like this video, leave a like anyways, and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.